Drill.
Oh,
Billy, fuck that. That's it. This is juice.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Welcome to Talkin with the Guys. I'm excited. Episode 1. This is going to be your one-stop shop for everything Wiffle Ball Association. We got player interviews, league standings, everything you need to know. So I'm Derek Astorita. I've been with the league 2 seasons. This is going to be my 3rd.
I'm Ryan Casano. Been in the league 5 years. One of the guys.
I'm Kyle Lewis. Been in the league for 3 seasons now.
I'm Anthony Gamberdella. This is my 9th season in the league, commissioner of the league, and we are looking forward to another great season. And tonight's draft will start the 2021 WBA season.
Yeah, very exciting. So we're going to be your 4 hosts for this podcast, but we're going to have all the players on, talk to all of them about their seasons, their predictions. Everybody's going to get to speak. So let's talk about the beginning of the league. How did this start?
Yeah, so I'll take you through how this league came about. It started in 2012. That's when it was established with only 5 players. And 2 of the 5 players were also in my family. So it was myself, my brother Bobby, my dad, Big Vin, and 2 of my friends, Andrew and Cameron, who you'll get to learn more about later on.
What were the games like? You played 3-on-3s? Or?
No, it started off just one-on-one.
One-on-one
it was
wiffle ball.
One-on-one in my backyard. In my
Like
backyard.
automatics?
It was It wasn't automatics, but you could step on pitcher's poison. But we did run the bases. It was one-on-ones. You could have a auto pitcher. From someone in the league.
Pegs? Were we doing pegs?
We were doing pegs. Yeah, it was your classic backyard wiffle ball game.
Come home with a few bruises.
Yeah.
Did this start first? You're like, all right, let's get a wiffle ball league, or were you just playing wiffle ball often and you were like, all right, let's make this a league?
Yeah, I've always had some competitive backyard games with my 2 brothers, and once Cameron and Andrew started playing, we're like, let's start a league. Let's start a one-on-one league and see where it takes us. And the 2012 season actually ended in a conundrum, which it didn't finish. It came up a little short. We ended with 2 games left, one half of the semis and the championship. Funny story is, if you were following us this past season, this past summer, we finished the 2012 season in 2020, where Cameron defeated Bobby in the 2012 championship.
It's a long season.
8-year season.
But we finally finished it. After 2012, we started a brand new season in 2013 with the same guys, and then after 2013 we expanded a little bit to 7 people, introduced Aaron Bartlett and Ray Stafford, still a one-on-one league with 7 people, and then in 2015 we added 3 more people. Bob took a step out. We added Ryan Casano, Brian Mara, and Tommy Ruck. And that was a 9-person league, where then we went to 3-on-3s.
3 teams of 3.
Might I add best rookie class of all time?
It was indeed, unfortunately.
Arguable.
Debatable.
We'll leave that up for maybe a different conversation.
We'll get the stats.
And then ever since then, it's always been 3-on-3, but we've had teams of 4 since 2016. Kyle came in 17, and Derek came in 20. And right now we're sitting at a strong 16 guys.
16 guys that are dedicated, I would say. It's not hard to get everybody to the field.
There's been a few leavers of the league.
Yeah.
We've had a few flakes,
Departures.
but no bad blood.
Yeah.
No. It takes a lot to run a successful league, because you don't only need 16 people that are good at wiffle ball. You don't only need 16 people that are interested in playing. You gotta have the group of guys that like playing with each other. That aspect of fun.
Yeah,
You gotta
for sure.
have.
that's a big part of it, I think.
Because 2017, when we came in, me and Mikey, we were ultra competitive.
Yeah.
So you guys were strict on the fun, and we took it very seriously. We were arguing calls and stuff. And, we took a step back to really look at everything. It's just fun, friends.
Yeah. And that team had Tommy, right?
Yeah, Tommy too.
Rock. You can get into Tommy.
Yeah, I mean,
Some of the best stats this league's ever seen.
He is, without question, one of the most dominant wiffle ball players in the history of the WBA.
I think Ryan's in love with Tommy.
Yeah, I don't know. he misses him, that's for sure.
Big guy was a teammate.
We all do. But,
Big guy was a teammate. He's a neighbor of mine. The field is in his backyard.
It's true.
We have a new legacy point system in terms of Hall of Fame points where one can achieve Hall of Fame status throughout their career. And Tommy's only played, 3 seasons maybe? 15, 16, 17? So 3 seasons, and he's still at the top of that list. So, the fans want him back. Some players want him back. So maybe one day we'll make it happen.
That'd be an interesting story.
Yeah.
So we're talking about all these guys. Some of you might not know any of these people. So we're going to go through, try to give a little synopsis on each player. So we're going to start with Aaron Bartlett. Bar sauce. What comes to mind?
Bat twirl.
Hank Aaron.
What comes to mind with Aaron is he's always on the ground somehow. He's always either rolling over for a ball that he can't even get, or he's tripping over his own feet. So when I see Aaron, I see him on the ground.
Has anybody not been on a team with him?
I've never been on a team with him.
I've been on a team with him.
Yeah, me, Kyle, Anthony have.
15 Dodgers.
I would say one of the most clutch
Yeah,
players.
he is clutch.
Yeah.
I would say he doesn't. All season he might be quiet. Actually, the opposite. He might hurt your season. But playoff comes, he's a clutch player.
Last season, he hit 330 in the playoffs.
I don't know if the league's seen anyone like him. I mean, a guy that just shows up for the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a playoff performer.
Yeah, I believe he's made 4 championships. He's only come out with 1 win, but you'll see him in the playoffs.
We got Andrew. Quiet player.
Quiet guy.
Silent assassin.
He's a
Huge
performer, though.
underdog.
He's a
Huge
performer.
underdog. The way he speaks and the way he plays, opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Game talks for itself.
I think he's the only hitter where I'm like, I think he's gonna hit a home run here.
When you're pitching.
When I'm pitching, because I'm confident. But Andrew, I don't know what it is.
Well, Andrew just shows no emotion. Like most people,
Yeah.
for you, it's like you're like a dominant pitcher, objectively one of the better pitchers in the league. Andrew, he's up there. He's not. He's
He don't
not
care.
paying no mind to you.
You don't care.
He's up there. He's looking at you like you're no one like Adam.
He's a fun player to follow too. If you might not notice him at the games, then you look at his stats and you look at like his record.
He gets the job done.
He gets the job done.
There is an asterisk though.
Little side note, something that who knows when it's gonna happen, but 8 seasons, no championship appearances.
It's a long time.
And we're going into our 9th season.
We're going into number
Been there
9.
since day one. Hasn't even caught an appearance.
What is the problem?
It's because he hasn't been on my team.
That's what you think.
Andrew,
Wow.
That's what I think.
Andrew has matured not only as a person but as a player. He in the beginning of his career, especially when we played one-on-ones, he wasn't as dominant as he is now. So he's definitely gotten better as a hitter. Never really had the pitching aspect to him, but not everyone needs that.
Not a lot of people have it.
Not a lot of people have it yet. So he's definitely getting there. He's gonna get one, if not this season, within the next couple seasons.
Appearance or
he might
first
get a
place
championship.
finish.
I think he gets there. He's finishing the job. I think he gets to a championship. He gets to the ring.
100% win rate.
Because I think he's an X factor. You know what I mean? On a team with him.
We'll see. I would love to see
He's
it.
had big plays in the past. We've seen it.
Anthony, the one and only, over to my left, up next, creator of the league. You already know that. This season, the potential Hall of Fame season.
Could get in.
The first player that could be inducted into the WBA Hall of Fame.
First Hall of Fame jacket.
Hall of Famer. An active Hall of Famer in the league.
How many points away are we?
I'm only 1 legacy point away, but that should
I
be
didn't
the,
know it was
Yeah,
that
you're
close.
29.
I didn't know it was that
No way.
close.
He's gonna
That
get
should
week
be-
1.
That should be the easiest one.
But you need the
there are a
wins.
couple more requirements that I need.
That's true.
So we have a requirement of 30 legacy points, which can be acquired from appearances and championships won, and then like your individual awards, Special K, Platinum.
Yeah, we'll
Silver
get to
Slugger.
that. Yeah.
So I'm at
Get more in
29 right now. I do have 8 seasons, so that does help me a little bit. But I do need 6 more team wins, so I have 24. 30 is the requirement. So I need to, maybe win 5 or 6.
Sounds easy, but what was your record last season?
We finished 3-7.
3-7, not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Potential, not
It's
guaranteed.
a good over/under number.
And also 25 hits.
That's doable.
Do you know what you're at?
I'm at 75.
75.
That's
So
an
I
average
need
Anthony
20
season.
I mean, you
25.
look at
24.
Bobby. He had 35 in one season.
Yeah,
It's doable.
I would say Anthony has the year we expect him to have. He'll be in the hall.
So if not this season, hopefully by next season. Definitely by next season, but 2021.
You hear that? Definitely by next season. No question.
This season it should happen though.
We'll see. I'm excited. Your brother, older brother, Bobby Gamberdella, also in the league, coming off of one of the best WBA individual
I think
performances.
it was the best. I
Yeah.
think it's the best.
I would not even arguable.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the best
It was.
individual
all around.
all around.
Because he what do you win? The
From-
Cy Young,
He won
Or
Special
the
K,
Special K,
Special K.
Silver Slugger,
Silver Slugger,
MVP.
MVP.
Made it to the championship.
Finished first
Was an
place.
all-star. I mean, he hit every single award you could possibly.
Tied a record for home runs in a
Yeah,
season.
he did
Tied the
well.
record for home runs.
Had the record for hits in a season.
Yeah.
Record. He didn't get RBIs, I don't think.
But that's
not only that.
insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Haven't seen anything like it. That was only my second season.
7 wins in the regular
So,
season too out of a 9-game regular season. That's not easy to
And
do.
didn't you guys start 0-2?
We did first
17
meeting.
wins.
Yeah.
We started 0-2, and we only had 3 guys the whole
Yeah.
year. So
Wow, that's very impressive. So everybody tonight, draft night, everybody wants him on their team.
watch where Bob's going.
Watch where Bob's going. That's going to be a fun team. Brian Mara. What do we got to say about him?
I think Ryan, you could say a couple words about Brian.
Well, Brian and I came in the same class. We were both rookie team in 2015 on the Marlins. Brian was that team had Tommy, who we've talked about already. He was on the team. Brian was on the team, and me. So we were an all rookie team, and we just dominated the regular season. I think we went 6-0, 4-0.
That was 15 was 4-game regular
Yeah,
season.
4-0.
And then you went maybe like 2 or 3-1.
Yeah, we lost 1 game in the championship series.
6-1.
Your team, right?
Yeah, we think we won like 2-1 in the
Yes,
championship.
6-1. So that's probably up there with the best winning percentages. But Brian, as a player, he's an all-around player. Again, very competitive. So he kind of had that competitive spirit when you guys were coming in. But yeah, I mean, he's obviously a perennial tier 1 guy. Never really,
Yeah, I
looks
mean,
like he's gonna
we
go
just
down
said
in
everything
future.
about Bobby for his season. Look at Brian's playoffs
He had
last season.
600. Over 600.
609
Yeah.
with I want to say 10 home runs.
And the
in 4
walk-off
games.
home run in the championship to win it.
I mean, he was like multiplying his regular season by 10. Like
Yeah.
his
That's
numbers
true,
were.
that's true.
I mean, he had a quiet-ish.
He turned
regular
something on.
season.
His pitching was there during
Yeah,
the
his
regular
pitching
season.
was there. He didn't have the
Hitting
greatest hitting
turned it right on.
Yeah.
So let's hope that carries over to this season. I mean, if he's on my team. If he's not, I don't want him to do anything. Next up, Carrie. All we got down,
Head.
Clutch head. Clutch head. What a guy. I played with him on the Rockies. I would love to see him on my team again. He's a good player.
He's been to 4 championships in his 8-year career as well, and he's won 3 of them. So
Yeah, it's a good
He's a winner.
percentage.
That-
That
yeah.
guy's
that's a
winner.
pretty good percentage. 3 chips in 8 years. I have 3 myself, so he definitely gets the job done when he gets there.
Yeah, he's in another clutch player. He'll pull out a home run just when you need
The
it.
last 2 seasons, he had like 5 walk-offs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Next up, probably the best player in the league. We have Derek.
Debatable.
This guy.
What do we
your
got to say
heel.
about him?
He's the heel of this league. He's
This season.
I think that's a title being forced upon me.
It's-
I wouldn't say that that's my characteristic, my defining characteristic.
I would say that you're grabbing that title.
Let's go off
Embracing
past
it.
2 seasons, my first 2 seasons of the league. What do we think?
Well, you got the hitting. You're a great
Hitting
hitter.
is down.
Fielding,
fielding is down, too.
amazing.
Feeling
An athletic guy.
platinum palm, rookie year, platinum palm.
Only thing missing is pitching, and recently we've been practicing.
I'm working on it.
It's coming together. I've seen
And
it for myself.
that's the thing I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah.
So hopefully, if I can get that put together, maybe an MVP season. I don't know.
right now, Derek. I have you as a top 5-6 player in this league,
I'll take it.
and also I think from only being in this league for 2 seasons, I've seen great improvement. Even though you've already had a great rookie season, going from tier 4.
Hear that, coach?
Prior to his debut, he was in tier 4 when we had 4 tiers. Now we split it to 2 tiers, and he jumped to tier 1. So he's had a big jump, and I can see him leading the team to a championship again this season.
I appreciate that. I hope so.
Made the championship the first season.
The Rockies made the championship my rookie season a disgrace of a playoff series.
Yeah.
That was big.
Got
2
one
games
water.
done, got trenched, both of them.
Yeah.
That's another episode. I'll tell you what. If you follow this podcast, look out for the 1 seed curse episode, because that is going to
It's a thing.
That's going to be a doozy. I can't wait to do that one.
Who's next?
Drew Zimmerman.
Drew B.
What a guy.
Kyle.
Me and Drew, great friends, great
This
relationship we
this
have.
duo.
But the thing is, it's just
Fire
we don't
and
work
ice.
well together. We are fire and ice is a great thing to say. We can be on the same team, and Drew will do awful, and I won't do good. It's just me yelling at Drew.
I was about to say, if you're just going to say Drew's doing awful, Drew's up in the batter's box. Kyle's beat right behind him. What are you doing?
It's like
Are you kidding me?
It's like I'm his
Swing.
dad at a
What are you
little
doing?
league game.
But like the dads are allowed on the field and like also in the batter's box.
Short backstop.
It's ridiculous.
Drew
It's
did win
ridiculous.
the home run derby in the fall, though, so he does have a legacy point to his name. He's still looking for that championship.
Well, last season he picked it up.
Showed him.
Like,
Yeah.
So
30
you,
RBIs.
if you and Drew combine, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
29 for
Perfect.
him.
Perfect there.
29 for him, 1 for Drew. That's a Hall of Fame player if you two just combine. But
That'd be
yeah,
Anthony
good player. I hope, you know what I want to see out of him? I want to see a more authoritative like fielding performance out of Drew.
With the Twins, he didn't field 1 inning.
More.
Not
He has to
one
go
out,
there to
not
get better.
anything.
No, he did play with the A's he was in the field because we had the pitching situation. Don't want to talk about it.
Mind you, Drew is the only collegiate athlete we have in the WBA
Yeah.
as of right now.
Shout out St. Elizabeth's.
So he is a DH there, so maybe that lack of fielding plays
Reflects
a
on the
role.
field.
I mean, I don't know, because you see him softball league, he's hitting
Moonshots.
moonshots all day
It's
long.
different.
Wiffle ball,
Different.
it looks like he's never picked up a bat. Sometimes.
Yeah, I think he's gone on spurts. He
No.
had a good power season last year.
He did.
got
He did.
hot.
I enjoyed having him on my team.
On the derby, yes.
I wouldn't be upset teaming
He's a
up
good
with him
tier two.
again.
He's kind of the resident
Tier two
heckler.
player.
I would say he's the resident heckler.
Yeah, he's a
That's
voice.
very
He's
true.
a voice you can always hear.
Yeah, you'll hear him in the videos.
Here we go. Kyle Lewis. What do we got on him?
Kyle, like we said, he's been in the league for 3 seasons, and he's made it clear that he is a dominant force to be reckoned with when it comes to defensively on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best pitcher that we have. I think you can poll anyone in the league. 2-time Special K winner. He will get the job done on the mound, and his hitting has been improving over the last couple seasons. Had a great playoff performance this past season, leading his team to a championship, his second in just 3 seasons.
2 rings in 3 years. That's a good stat for the draft. That's what you want to see in your teammates. That
Reflect win.
recently you're performing.
You got 2 red balls too, so.
Yeah. Good there.
What do you got about Kyle?
Yeah, I mean, he's just a winner. I think in this league, he's always making it to the championship.
He's gonna push
Guaranteed
you,
to
too.
see him there. He's pitching 2 games in the championship. If you want to win this league, you got to beat Kyle once. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to beat him when he's on the mound. So, anyone in this league, you're watching this, he's right here. Come on the pod, and then you settle it there, settle it on the field. See it this season.
I'll also say, we just recently, last summer, we put in the rule of a 7-inning limit for pitchers. If that rule wasn't instated, he'd be on the mound every single inning, no questions about it.
First year in the league, I pitched every inning.
He
I
pitched,
guess.
Yeah.
he pitched for both teams.
Every
inning.
I brought that rule up
Yeah.
because of Kyle. Because I didn't want to go up there and see him 2 games
I think
in
it
a meeting.
incorporates so much strategy because it was pretty much when we had 3 or 4 teams, it was like, you know, if Big Vin was on one team, he was going every inning.
Mhm.
You know, when I was on the Blue Jays with Cameron and Brian, I was going every inning. So it mixes it up, you know.
It makes people improve that part of their game.
Yeah.
Well, you have to,
Yeah.
especially now. The more competitive it gets, if you don't have 2 pitchers or at least 2 guys you can look at and be comfortable with them on the mound,
It's tough.
No
it's
shot.
you're probably not going to win the championship.
Yeah.
No shot.
Name a championship team that doesn't have 2 solid pitchers. It's hard
In
to
the
do.
last 2 seasons, none.
Always had 2, you know, White Sox had 2. Really.
Yeah.
Next up, Mikey Pharaoh.
Loud.
Another winner.
What was that?
Loud.
Oh, loud. He's a loud guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's made the champion. He's been in 3 years. He came in the same class as Kyle. He's made it all 3 years, and like Kyle, he's won
2 of them.
You're 2 for 2.
Yeah.
So he's
2
2
for
for 3. He's made it all 3 years. So, although he may be a little nuisance in the locker room, he's gonna get the job done, and he's someone. If you want to win a championship, he's a good piece to have to your team, and he's in Tier 1 this year, so that's gonna be interesting.
His hitting has drastically improved.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, for me, my rookie year when I was in the outfield all the time, Mikey comes up to bat. I'm hugging the fence. I'm hugging the line. I'm expecting a home run.
Yeah.
And then he bunts.
But he's got some power behind his bat for sure.
I mean, I think we've said it before that Mikey so far has really been like the Pippin to his team for the Jordan and Pippin. He's
like
the
a Robin.
solid number 2 guy. But I think he's got the tools to become a number 1 guy on a championship.
I think if he's put in that position where he has to, I think he steps
And the
up to
pitching
plate.
has gotten better.
He's done the only no-hitter
Yeah,
in WBA.
only no-hitter.
That's huge. That's huge.
The team era, at least.
Next up, we have Nolan Rivera,
The rookie.
the rookie of the year.
highly touted
Not
prospect, though.
The
This
rookie
is
of the
not-
year, but the only rookie
only
of
rookie.
the
I
year.
don't really have much to say about him. He does have a baseball background, but what are some predictions? What do we expect?
I think he's going to be a Tier 1 player that is in Tier 2.
I'm excited. I want him on my team as well.
I think the team's going to have 3 tier 1s.
I think we might not have a lot to say on him right now. Mid-season, you could do a full episode on him because the kid's not going to. He's not coming in to be a role player. That he's gonna come in and he's gonna do something big. I will say, I've talked to him a couple times. The nerves are going to get to him. He's nervous.
That's like a
That's-
that's a 1 game thing, 1 meeting thing.
Yeah.
The nerves.
It
That's
might take
a-
him a couple games to get his feet wet, but
For sure. But that's an obstacle I think he's gonna have to overcome. It's a good news if you're a pitcher.
Yeah.
When you see him at the plate,
Just attack.
try to rattle him.
Yep.
But yeah, he's gonna be something special for the league. I have also had some reports. Seen him in the gym. Shout out Isabella Fitness.
Getting big.
He's in there. He wants to put some over the fence.
His over under for homers is what, 9.5?
I think it was 9.5, 10.5. So.
should hit that.
Yeah.
You should be able to crack double digits.
Oh, I mean, although that is like the line of demarcation. Like 10, it sounds easy, but I feel like
10
not
is
a lot of
10.
people
You
hit
get in the
that.
derby with 10.
That's the thing. I feel like everybody
game.
gets tied. Like when we're looking at the derby, everybody's tied at like 7.
Yeah.
You'll have like 6 guys, and then the meeting before the All-Star like break, it breaks.
Yeah.
There's a separation between people that
That
go
last
over
game,
10.
too, of the season right before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Next up, our very own Ryan Casano. Top two-way player hitting and fielding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. He doesn't have the pitching aspect
Yeah, not
as we know, but not every guy needs that, and he definitely gets the job done in the box and in the field. He doesn't have the individual awards to his resume, but don't look at that.
It's
You
the
know.
eye test with me. You gotta watch the games. You'll see what you're getting from it.
He's in Tier 1 this year.
Is this your first time in Tier 1?
Since I think the tiers have
Yeah.
been
since the split?
implemented.
Yeah. He's definitely deserved it, and expect big things. He's a guy that I want on my team this season. I would love to team up with him, and we're gonna take a little break.
Okay, next up we got Sean McDonald.
Muscles marinara.
Shawnee Mac.
Muscles Marinara. The guy who doesn't know what a sleeve is.
Yeah.
spring, fall, summer.
He's a powerhouse. He's a power hitter.
Yeah.
And he can pitch.
He pitches hard.
He throws hard.
He's only
He
had
throws hard.
2 seasons
Is that
in the
a-
league.
Is that a jab?
Not a jab, but when I'm in the box, think about putting on a helmet when he's there. Hey,
But
guys,
he's
come
not
with some
throwing.
heat.
He's not throwing sliders, curves, none of it.
I think his ball has some movement.
It does
when I've
have
been in the box, but
Alright.
it's not terrifying because I don't know if he's going to be in the strike
accuracy
zone. Yeah.
down pat.
He's inconsistent.
I mean, he was my tier 1 teammate last season, and although we did have a very disappointing season, he's willing to do the job. Some guys, if they don't really have what it takes or they're not comfortable, they won't take the pressure.
Right.
But
That's what I would.
he's willing to do the job. The question is, can he get the job done? So as a tier 1 player, he's got to have that pitching aspect. I think he's got to be able to get the job done if he wants to make it to a championship.
Honestly, the only thing I think that is bigger than his muscles, probably his mouth.
He does have. He loves talking.
He
trash.
loves
He does
talking.
have Twitter fingers.
He'll talk trash and then not show up to the meeting.
He'll talk trash and have 2 fourth-place finishes in 2 seasons.
He'll talk trash. And, all right. I digress. But he's definitely a good player that you want on your team. And he's gonna play hard.
For sure. Yeah,
He's
no,
also a two-way threat. He can hit and he can field. He had one of the greatest catches in WBA history this past season, hopping the fence and making a shoestring catch. You guys remember that one?
Yeah, that was a big catch. A lot of implications in the league.
Have to change some rules around after that.
Can't have this
fence
happen.
anymore.
Next up, Tyler Barrero.
Tyler.
Ooh.
Another one. No sleeves.
No sleeves. Another hard hitter.
Yeah.
Sunglasses, bucket hat.
A
Facial hair.
Speaker that doesn't really work.
Nonetheless, how long has he been in the league?
He should be going on his 5th season. You're going on 6.
No, I think I'm 5. He's probably 4. I think he came to your Kyle game.
You're
No,
15,
he was a year
you're
before
15,
me.
16, 17.
Yeah. So he was there that year?
2020.
Oh, he came in.
So he should be going on number 5. He was a floater in 2016 and found a roster in 17, I think, with the Mariners, right?
Yeah, he was a full-timer on that team.
Wow, no, he played pretty much a full season with the
I think he
Royals.
split into teams, right?
Yeah, he was a floater, but he's definitely becoming a veteran in the league, but he's had a little bit of a downward slope in terms of his progression.
He's been around the
this
block.
past season.
Last season, went into a little bit of a rut. I mean, it wasn't just him.
I don't think it was noticeable.
It was a slump.
Because when we read the stats again, we're just like, oh, it was.
Okay.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Because during the season, it wasn't like, all right, Tyler's ruining this for us. It just wasn't. Things weren't connecting. I wouldn't put it all on his shoulders, and definitely, he did move down to tier 2.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll just take some pressure off.
Yeah. Wake-up
let
call.
him.
I think it'll
Maybe a
light
wake-up
fire.
call. Yeah.
I think he's got a chance to rebrand his career here this year.
Maybe
'Cause,
just a down
you
year
know,
and then it'll come right back up.
He started off with a lot of high prospect value, really athletic. And as we've got more guys into the league, like Ant said, he's become more of a veteran. I think he might have a veteran presence this year. And also it'll help that he's going to have 2 other tier 1 players as a tier
That's
2
true.
guy. So that's going to help his team. The lineup's going to
That's
be
very true.
deeper with him,
For him,
seeing
yeah.
better pitches. So I think he'll have a big year. I
Yeah.
think he's
He
gonna
does
be-
get the job done in the field too. Remember, you gifted him with that platinum palm.
I did.
Yeah. So
Not my finest moment.
yeah, so he's a good defensive threat as well.
You're welcome, Tyler, for that award.
Next up, third and final Gamberdella in the league, Vinny. Big Vin.
Big Vin.
Big.
Living legend.
Living legend, godfather of the league.
He's an 8-season vet too.
He's your wife's favorite player.
I mean, he's created 2 of the best players
Is
the
he
league's ever
slowing
seen.
up?
Yeah.
Is he slowing up?
His
though?
jeans are just gold.
Been wearing the same jeans since 2012.
Not his actual denim jeans.
But yeah, Anthony, that's something to look at. Is it quits?
When is it going to be time for it? He said he's got 1 more season at least in him because he wants to play for Pittsburgh as well. But he may or may not call it quits after 9 seasons, rather.
If we can get him in for an interview, we gotta know. We gotta know.
He's almost made every championship this league has had.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
he's
true.
driven the league to games. back in the 15, 16 seasons.
Out of 8 seasons, this is going to be 9. He's made 6 championships. He's only won 2. So he's technically like the LeBron James of this league. He's going to be there almost every year.
Yeah, great, and a great tier 2 player because one, he's got whatever it is because he's been to so many championships, and he's a great pitcher to have. If you can snag a pitcher in tier 2, that's huge for because it's just hard to come by. A lot of tier 1 guys can't even pitch. So when you have a pitcher in tier 2, you want to get him.
Yeah.
Finally, number 16, Zach Hasmerick. Natural born athlete. He joined with me in the summer of 2020. So he's new to the league as well. But he's ready to make a name for himself because, I mean, on his record, what do we have?
A little rivalry with Derek is on the record.
Yeah, got a little beef there.
Rivalry, maybe. We'll see this
rivalry?
It's
some
I
rivalries
recognize-
have to
We'll
be
see what
before.
happens tonight at the draft.
I recognize the
If we wanted
statements
to
that I
find it as
made.
a rivalry.
If you don't know, the statements I made was that he's a tier 2 player, and he'll always be a tier 2 player.
I think Zach's good. He's athletic. He may not have a baseball background like majority. I think everyone in this league has one, but he's not mechanically there. But I think he's talented.
Like, what did we say the other day? He's like pretty much a basketball player playing
Yeah.
wiffle.
Yeah.
Basketball player playing wiffle
Yeah.
ball, and I mean, not a bad thing. I would like to have him on my team, but when I said tier 2 player staying in tier 2, I didn't mean he was a bad player.
No,
I
it's
meant
not- it's not
I meant
necessarily
he's
an
found a
insult.
place, and he's gonna stay there. If you take it as an insult, then you take it as an insult. That's fine. We'll see what happens this season.
I think he's got the potential though to climb up to tier 1. In a season, you don't know what you don't know what everybody's doing. People
That'd be bad for
fluctuate,
Derek.
go up and down. I think Zach, and that would be great if we saw a team with tier 1s of Zach and Derek.
Well, Zach in tier 1 means Derek's retirement.
Then yeah, you might not.
That's what was said, and I'll tell you the difference. As a player that jumped from the lower tier to a higher tier, it does take something. You know what it takes? Showing up.
It does.
You know what he doesn't do? Show up. I mean, we've had a couple meetings already for the spring training. I call him up. He's playing video games. All right, fine. Stay there.
It's your choice.
He
It's up to you.
FaceTimed me to play basketball yesterday, actually.
Yeah, he said basketball or football.
Yeah.
No,
In the wiffle ball group chat.
Yeah, wiffle ball was not
Interesting.
even mentioned.
Interesting
A question
place
might
your
be
mind is at.
if
The
his
draft is
commitment's
tomorrow.
here.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
he-
saying.
As tier 1 players, is that a guy like you're looking for? We each get 2 tier 2 players.
I've already played with Zach.
As have
I wouldn't mind him having.
As have
I wouldn't mind him being on my team, but I need the focus and the determination to want to be here.
Well, I also say that
When he gets
him and Drew being a duo,
It
they're-
brings their performance.
No,
it
Yeah.
brings they both will go down because their minds are at a
They're
different
like-
place. Both of them are good players separately. Put them together in a room, you're not getting much wiffle ball.
Getting a
out
lot of
them.
laughs.
They're like the 2 kids
No
in
performance.
class that when you sit them next to each other, it's just chaos in the corner.
They can
Yeah.
be smart.
That's what they are. Yeah, exactly. When they're separated, they could get good grades, but you sit them next to each other, that's a big
Yeah,
no-no.
phone call home to mom.
Yeah, you can't have
Hey,
them
Barb.
on the same team.
Yeah.
Put your kid in check. But that's a great segue into tonight, the draft, 2021. Exciting. Where do we want to go?
I have been counting down the days to this draft for weeks now. My home that is calling my name for the past couple weeks is LA. I think I'm going to end up in California for my 3rd season in the WBA. I've been in LA with the Dodgers. I've been San Diego with the Padres. I'm saying I'm going back to LA and I'm becoming an Angel tonight.
That's a good prediction. I'm looking to go to Arizona tonight. I don't know. It's just a team that I resonate with, and they got the jerseys, they got the players, and hopefully they have me.
Yeah. I've been a Midwest guy most of my career. Minnesota, Cleveland. Then I went east to Baltimore. I really wanted to go to Arizona. I love the colors they have. But as of recently, I'm just getting pulled towards Tampa Bay for some reason.
Got the Tampa Bay colors on right
Yeah,
now.
I know. I
Is
bought
this a
the
little
hat.
foreshadowing?
It might be, and honestly, I hope it is. I like their colors. I mean, look at this.
That'd be the third time you've been dark blue, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been with the Twins,
The Indians.
So that'd be interesting.
I think I would want to be a Pirate. I love the colors. I like the jerseys that I might get. It doesn't hurt that Big Vin wants to be on the team. I think this could be a team that you would be frightened from.
So we're all for going different places. We won't be. You know what? That'll be good for the media though, because nobody's gonna be biased.
Good
But
for the show,
Yet
too.
to
But we'll
play
see.
with either of you three guys. I don't know if you guys played with.
I've
you
played
two
with
guys.
Ryan.
Played with Kyle.
So
I haven't played with anybody.
Had the pleasure.
I just play with myself.
whoever calls my name, I'll be happy to play for, and I'm gonna give my 100%. to that
I agree. I think that's the beautiful thing about the league. Everybody's that way. There's no combination of players that you're gonna be like, oh, this season's a wash.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, my rookie year, I thought that way at the draft. We finished first place, so obviously anything can happen.
Yeah.
Duos to watch.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be first place last year. After I got drafted to the Padres, I had Shawnee Mack, I had Zach, and Andrew, who's coming off a great season. I'm like, this team I am taking to the championship, and we are winning, no question.
No doubts about it.
We won 3 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dead last.
That's what's crazy about the league, and that's how you see we have so much talent that it gets spread out evenly, and that's because of the tiers, and that's because of the way we do things, and it just predictions are fun to have, but anything can happen.
Yeah, so a little quick synopsis of the draft format that you guys will be following later tonight. There's 2 tiers, 16 people involved, so 8 to a tier. Tier 1 is pretty much the top 8 players in the league. Tier 2 is the bottom 8, not necessarily an accurate ranking, but just something to keep them.
You got to go somewhere.
Two
Keep
to
it
a
fair.
team. So you get 2 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s to each organization, and then from there, each team will get an owner too for the first time.
For the first time, we're introducing owners. 4 people that are also dedicated to the league. They come to a lot of the meetings, so we were like, hey, let's give you a position and help out the teams. Who are some duos to watch? Obviously, Aaron and Cameron.
Yeah.
They've been together, so
They got the
that'll be
experience.
huge. Duos to watch, or who do you want on your team? Who's the one person you'll take?
Well, I would love my man to my left right here. I think we've never been on a team together. I think that would be a good team, especially if we get Big Vin. I think that team's got pitching, fielding, hitting off the bat, and that's just 3 people. You throw in an Andrew maybe. I'm high on Andrew. I really like Andrew. But I like
Just
his
like
game.
you like
I think
Tommy.
he would fit in. I think he would fit in on that team well. I think that would be a great team for me. Ant, Big Vin, Andrew, myself. Put it down, Pittsburgh.
I think any duo to look out for would be, 2 dominant pitchers on the same team in Tier 1. So if you get Bob and Kyle on the same team, that's going to be a team to look out for.
For sure.
But in terms of...
Especially because that means those 2 pitchers are gone. Your team might not even have a pitcher or a notable pitcher.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to figure something out.
Yeah, I think, if Bob and Sean team up, I think that's going to be a pretty deadly duo because, they have a lot of chemistry together. And even if they wind up with Nolan, too, that'd be a scary trio.
The class of 2016.
Or do we see a trio of the Gamberdellas this year?
Yeah.
3 Gamberdellas on one team.
I've never played with Bob. I've played twice with Big Vin. That'd be interesting to see.
That'd be a good team.
so-
Especially Vin going out, his retirement year with his
his
2
kids.
sons.
With the family.
He hit his first home run ever in the league on his son's birthday last season. I mean, it's a storybook ending.
It would be.
It's
I think
Throw
that's
Andrew
one
out.
that's a documentary that's making itself.
Throw Andrew on that team. You get the all-school drive team.
The all school drive team. You guys, you have sleepovers already, but you just have practice in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is pitching, getting 2 pitchers on your team. Because everyone makes the playoffs. And series, besides the wild card, you got to win 2 games.
Gotta win
So
2.
with your 2 best arms going,
You can't rely on the number
Yeah,
one guy
exactly.
to win both of his games. You know, let's say Kyle has no pitching.
Mhm.
You know, he's got to win game 1 and game 3, unless he goes 2 and 3. So it's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, it's tough to win without pitching. I think pitching is really king in this league. You know, everyone can hit.
Yep.
I think the pitching is really where the classes divide in this league. I think you get, 6 pitchers maybe out of 8 teams. That means there's 2 teams that are not going to have 2 pitchers.
Yeah.
Unless people can improve.
Guys got to step up.
We've seen guys step up though. I mean, you become
Brian
a
stepped
pitcher.
up.
Brian's
we
become a
didn't
pitcher.
consider Brian like a pitcher when he was on the Phillies. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's coming more and more important these past at least 3 seasons. So guys are noticing and they're practicing and they're putting in the work.
Mikey's become a
put
guy.
into that category.
The only other thing that I think would be interesting tonight, do we see a repeat team? A team that we've seen before. Because we're getting into the 9th season.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're always going to have somebody that you've played with before. Do we see 4 guys that have played together before?
Yeah, this is going to be the 6th season with teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're crossing off MLB teams as they go. And I could probably see, repeating duo or repeating trio. I don't know if we would see an entire
4 is tough.
team.
The odds of it.
Especially with the mix-up of tiers over the years.
Yeah, of course. I think it is very possible. The defending champs, the Orioles, those 4 guys, Kyle, Brian, Aaron and Cam,
That could happen.
and that's scary. That's scary to see, especially
Padres
with
could happen again.
Padres could happen again,
Could the-
which nobody be scared of.
Could the Twins happen again?
I
think
hope
we
not.
could.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Who
as
was
another
our
player in the
tier
league, I
one?
hope so.
I don't
Who was
want-
our tier 1s on our
It was me and
Kyle.
you.
Rockies
you,
could.
Zach, and then
Rockies could.
Yeah,
Rockies
it
could
could
happen again.
happen.
I'd go again with the Rockies
I'd run it-
and maybe win a playoff
No,
game.
not
I would not run it back with Minnesota.
Drew and Zach, you come close to the camera. You know you would not want to be on the team.
Yeah, we're not making
not right now.
anything crazy.
All right, well, we have a little special guest for you guys. Aaron Bartlett, also known as Bart Sauce. He is a 6-year vet in this league, going on a 6-season vet, going on a 7th season. And we got a couple questions for you, Aaron, about tonight's draft.
So Aaron, draft tonight. You played with Cameron the last 3 seasons in a row now. Who are you looking to be on your team this year?
Definitely Cam. 2 championship appearance, a ring. Got to keep it going.
Yeah.
I've been to the finals every year. We've been on
Are
the same
you
team.
two the secret ingredient?
I think we might be.
Is that the reason? It's nothing else. It's you two.
I think it is.
The other 2 guys are
2
definitely.
tier 2 players, secret
tier two.
ingredient.
Might be like the combination we had, the juice that brings it together.
Yeah.
I think.
Any tier 1 players that you have in mind? There's 8 to pick from. Is there 1 or 2 that stick out that you're like,
There's
I
4
want him
sitting
to
right
be-
in front of you. Who
Who
you
would fit
thinking?
well? Who would fit
Yeah, who
well
are you
on
gonna
this
pick,
team?
Aaron?
Kyle. Who else is on our team list?
Brian.
Kyle and Brian. I'd
You
love
wanna
to get
run it
both
back
of
with
You
them.
want to
Run
run it
it
back
back,
with
right?
the
Would you run it
Orioles?
back?
Fine with that.
Right. The defending champs. He says, give me the 3 guys that I just played with, and we'll run it back.
I'm down for that. Orioles run it back.
You got a question
Any other
for you
questions?
Bartlett, I think what everyone knows you for is the Bartlett Bat Twirl. So can you just tell us where that started, and have you been doing that? You had a brief Little League career and an organized baseball career. Did it come from that?
I don't know. The first time I played wiffle ball, when we started the league back up, I stood there. My shoulder was kind of tight, so I rolled it out. And
No.
it just felt loose, and I've been doing it ever since. Wiffle ball, softball, it's a thing.
Is it a superstition or is it a muscle memory
It's
automatic?
A little bit of both. I like doing it, especially when the pitcher gets mad. Sometimes the pitcher waits, and you can see they're frustrated.
Let's
It's
get
mind games,
a
all about the
look.
mind
Let's get a
games.
look.
Yeah.
Show it to us. Show it to the
Quick
camera.
demonstration.
Why don't you come out in front?
I'll come out in front. Great idea.
If you haven't seen it, it's a sight to see.
You can move some of the setup.
And if you want to see more of it, tune into this season.
Here it is.
So I go up to the plate, I stare at the pitcher, time. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4, I double. Little there. Oh, we're set.
So
That's
it's
like-
altogether, what is it, like 7?
6 or 7, depending
6
on
or
the
7.
Depending on how tight the shoulder
Depending
is.
on the shoulder. Too.
We were watching a video. We saw the pitch was in motion.
And I was still
The
twirling.
ball was out of the pitcher's hand. You're still twirling. You thinking about the pitch, or you just?
I just know what I'm gonna do.
He's still at 5. He's
Gotta get to 6.
Two more out real quick.
Oh,
Do
that's.
you think you could hit with it twirling? Do you think you could time it up so it hits it?
Definitely.
Do you ever get worried that you might like just take off like a helicopter? Like it might just be too many spins, and you get a good
times,
gust
yeah.
of wind.
Especially in the windy fall season days, you never know what's gonna
that's
happen.
true.
Aaron, I got one final question for you. You spent your time on the Rockies as a number 2 guy in terms of pitching, and you got the job done on the mound for most of the regular season. However, when you stepped on the O's roster, I don't even think you threw an inning.
I did not throw one pitch.
So, how did that role change affect your game? Were you disappointed? Did you say, okay, now I have to step up my hitting? What did you do?
I'm just a team player. I feel like if you need me to pitch, I'm not the best pitcher, but I think I can get it done once in a while. If I'm not going to pitch at all, it doesn't bother me. Whatever the team needs me to do, I'll do.
Have you been working on your pitching, or will you plan on working on your pitching with the next couple months, trying to get back to that number 2 spot?
Well, once tonight I find out what team I'm on, we're going to talk with the team, see what goes where, and we'll determine what to do from there.
Team player right there.
I actually have one more for you. Out of the teams up there on our draft board that we got, is there one city you want to go to? I know you.
Who's calling your name?
I want to go to the Steel City.
Ooh,
Wow.
A blue collar guy for blue collar city. I like it.
Pittsburgh.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you,
Pleasure.
Aaron.
Thank you, guys.
Next thing I want to talk about is just maybe a little deeper dive into Nolan's rookie season. Some predictions we got, maybe some over-unders. Like, what is to expect?
See, I think he's an automatic. I think he's going to come in a factor at the plate. The thing is, if he adds pitching to his game, does he want to add pitching to his game?
Has he said anything
Like, is
about
he a
pitching?
voluntarily I can throw guy?
I think he strikes me as a guy that would say, similar to Aaron.
I think
I'll
yeah,
do
that's-
whatever the team.
That's
does.
what I think.
Yeah.
I think it'll depend on who he gets drafted to. If he has 2 pitchers, I don't think he's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna put himself in there. But I think if he needs to, he could pitch. I think he'll be good.
I think he'll definitely be a good fielder as well.
I could see him hitting in the 8 to 12 home run range.
Mhm.
Which is impressive for a rookie year.
So put a number on it right now. Right now, what's his rookie season looking like?
I go
Out of
9.
game season in the summer,
9.
I give
9
him
home
10
runs?
home runs.
I'll give him. Does he make the Derby?
Yeah,
Rookie
10
year.
would,
Squeeze
10
into
would
the
put him in the
Derby.
Derby.
I'd say 10 at least.
I'm gonna go slightly low. I'm gonna go 9. I think 10 that's a daunting number to go after rookie year.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know.
we got 2 people at 9, 2 people at 10.
Speaking of the
It's up to you.
Derby, I think we could potentially change a format to the bracket Derby, which the MLB does. Because I know we just do it like just
Rounds
whoever
and
has the
eliminate
most,
the
you know?
lowest.
Yeah,
There's some matchups in there.
I think.
yeah.
I think
Because
that would be good.
especially if it's not a lot of people. Because I know last Derby we had a lot because they were tied at
Maybe
the
like
bottom.
top 6 make it.
Yeah.
1 and 2 get a bye, or
Mhm.
that would incorporate 3 rounds though, which
But they don't take.
It's
long
just
if
something
you
to
do,
look
what,
at
10
6
further
out of
on.
16 is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What about other people's rookie seasons? Like, could we compare Nolan to anybody we've seen before? Because I remember my rookie season I was happy with it. First place finish, an individual award, and an MVP spot. Does he check all those boxes?
I could maybe see. I don't know.
I could see him making an All-Star game.
You could see him
Really?
making an
I was
All-Star.
gonna say that would be the toughest
It
for him.
depends
You could
on
see
how
him
the
in
league
contention for
falls.
Silver Slugger.
Mhm.
Oh,
Individual
no.
award, I think he could pull out.
I could see a
In
platinum
contention.
palm. I could see
In
a platinum
contention.
palm for him over a silver slugger. I think
Really?
hitting
the
is it's tough to get in a race. People like Bob and Ant, guys that consistently would put up like
It is
30.
because everyone hits. You got
Yeah, exactly.
Not everyone pitches.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
So it's
everyone plays
less
the
people
field.
you're going against.
So everyone's hitting. So, yeah, I would say that's a tough award to get as a rookie.
Most important question: do you want him on your team? Yes or no?
100%.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want. I
Everybody's
definitely
going
want
yes.
to be fighting against him.
Yes, especially
Yeah.
tier 2. That's a great tier 2 player to grab.
Might have
Now,
to teach him up a little bit, but
Yeah.
yeah, everybody
Just a few
can use
tips
it.
and tricks.
But
and
I
tricks,
mean,
Phil.
he's got the background. Next up, season predictions for any players. What's a bold prediction or something you could see happening?
For myself, I've thought this in my head. My rookie season, I had the record for strikeouts in the season with 43. My goal is to break that record this season.
Was that the same amount of games?
We played only 6.
You played less.
Yeah.
But
But you
how
pitched
many?
every game.
But you
right?
pitched every game.
The last 2 seasons, I had, I think, like
You'll probably
high
get-
20s.
If we play 9.
How
You'll
many
probably-
games do we play?
You
9.
play 9.
You can
so
only play.
So you get
I-
6.
You
you can
probably
only
pitch
pitch.
about five games, maybe some extra innings. So you probably have less innings.
Yeah.
So that'd be a good goal. That'd be definitely a special K
Yeah,
year
that's
if you happen to crack into the 40s.
I'm thinking Mikey Pharaoh does something with pitching though. I'm thinking he makes a run for Special K. He's gone on record saying that the game in the past rattled him.
If he can add another pitch, because he just has one, and it gets people. Like, he gets people out. He's a pitch to contact guy.
Mm-hmm. What about a perfect game or a no hitter for you? Is that also
Perfect game's tough, because
No walks. That's
walks is tough, but I could definitely see a no hitter.
For sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
By you or anybody?
by me, and I could see multiple people doing it.
Does Bobby keep going off of his last season high? Because he's first Triple Crown winner.
I see
Second.
Second.
a bit of a drop, but still the consistent guy that we know.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna keep up that.
Last season was just
You
insane.
hear that,
It's tough
Bob?
to put up those numbers.
It was
Hear
a-
that, Bob? It's not happening again. It's a fluke.
He'll be in double digits in
Yeah.
homers. He'll be in Silver Slugger contention, but I don't think he's getting 17 and 32, whatever he did.
Yeah.
That was.
I think I am. But honestly, I think that record is just gonna keep popping up. The home run record, that's something people are looking at, and I think a couple people could break it.
17. It's a high number.
It's 2 games.
It
That's
seems like
a
it's
lot.
not that big of a number, but
Mhm.
when you actually are out there
Yeah.
trying to do
You
that,
go one game without a home run, you can't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
Also you could have a game with 10 home runs. We get enough at bats.
People could probably. I think Bob had a game with 5.
I think
was on the
4 or
team.
5.
A meeting. You could get a meeting with 10
Yeah,
home
yeah,
runs.
I mean-
And I'm not saying it's gonna happen all the time, but I think it's possible.
Brian's playoffs.
Brian's
He was on pace
playoffs.
for 30 homers.
10
Yeah,
homers, 10
that's
homers
crazy.
in 4 games. So,
So I mean,
Yeah.
that was.
you put that on an average of a 9-game season, that's like 20 home runs. So
Yeah. So.
21 home runs. That's
Other than that, tune in tonight, 10:30, the draft. We're doing it here.
Instagram Live.
Instagram Live.
Eastern.
Instagram at Wiffle Ball Association.
follow the page.
Follow the page. Come back here for everything you need to know about the season. We're gonna report it.
Get out of here.
See you later.
See ya.
Good work! Yeah!
That was good.
Get out! Now get out! Oh yeah!
Come on, Drew.
Oh,
Billy, fuck that.
That's right!
This is juice.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.